So if you want to reward these great players, if you want to, for their fantastic play, go ahead, contribute to the prize pool. You can do so at ctm.gg/Matcherino. We'll go ahead and count them down. We'll introduce these players. Let's go ahead and get them started. Gerald Freeman, Fractal 161 in the finals, Mega Masters 2024 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. K9 watching Tetris with the 321 countdown bits. Thank you so much. K9 says, good luck. Have fun. First Tetris, Fractal. And there is one. Oh, I got to get the... Oh, see, I already ruined the finals by leaving the SPS checker on the screen. That was not on the bingo card. Stanislaw said, why doesn't anyone ever donate 321 countdown dollars? Well, listen, Stanislaw. No one's saying that you can't. Zempro with the 600 bits, 300, 200, 100 countdown bits. Thank you so much, Zempro. That's right. We've got $26,000 plus in the prize pool, a $10,000 first prize. Largest prize pool and first prize in Classic Tetris history. Two amazing players. Gerald, a multi-time CTM Masters event winner. Our monthly Masters event, won it in December 2022 and June of 2023. He's appeared in CTM Masters and Mega Masters a total of 18 times. Has never played in CTWC. Shall be satisfied has gifted 100 subscriptions to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. Now, I apologize if I miss any of your contributions, folks. I know people love to get crazy during the finals of Mega Masters. I try to focus on the Tetris, but I appreciate it all. I will try to read them, but I also I have to look at Tetris. Speaking of Tetris, Gerald 172, Fractal 191. Thank you so very much. Shall be satisfied. Your contributions this month have been from another planet. EBM gifted a tier 1 sub to Sleepy Maddie. Thank you, EBM. Guafi says, Vandy, invite Chris Tang on the call. Well, I know one person I'm not going to invite on the call, Guafi. 238 for Fractal, 241 Gerald. You set yourself up for it, bruv. Ping minus with a $20 contribution to the prize pool. That's going to bring us to $26,373. Players super close in lines and score. Just basically one Tetris separating these players. Now, of course, everybody loves CTWC, but this is my, maybe CTWC is like CTWC for everyone else. But this is my CTWC. This is what I look forward to all year. It's like the culmination of an entire year's worth of effort. And God, I get so excited. I mean, I still love this stupid sport, 340 for Gerald, 323 for Fractal. Gerald set up for a dirty Tetris. He's just going to bring this down. He's not going to mess around. Vandy, what got you into Tetris in the first place? I don't know. I saw Tetris and I liked it. I don't know. What got me? You mean into the Classic Tetris scene? Oh my God. I guess YouTube. The algorithm hit me with some of the 2016 stuff. 375 Gerald, 392 for Fractal. Fractal grandson super chats $1.99, says, come on, Gerald, you can win this. All right, Gerald with a kind of chasm in the middle of the stack really wants a piece that finally comes, that J piece finally comes, but by that time he'd already turned the dependency around to an L. All right, little misdrop there, trying to do some cheeky adjustment. Gerald, not going to work out. Gets a long bar to fill it in. He's at 448. We are approaching the level 19 transition, about 15 lines away. Gilded Lizard, thanks for the party for raid. Chen says, Vandy, have you ever thought of becoming an MLB commentator? Yeah, just become it. You know, you can just become one, and they let you right in. That's the great thing about the Tetris community. It's like, oh, I would like to be a commentator. And you're like ushered right in. Like, here you go. You're a commentator. You know? Oh, you can see something on Facebook, and 2 years later, you're an integral part of the scene. Like, you know, like Colin. Fractal is into 19 at 600,000. Gerald going to take a skim, wait on the long bar, and gets it 527 into 19. Another Tetris Gerald. EBM is gifted a sub to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. Thank you, EBM9. Tetris Gerald 576. Vandy, did I play baseball? Yes. They put me in right field. That's where you put the fat kid. Because no one ever hits it out there. 604 Gerald 665. But I also played second base once in a while because I was good. I was a good infielder. 657 Gerald 693 for Fractal. NGC man says, I hit it to right field. Well, that's what you would have is, you know, you would have people trying to go the other way, you know, right-handers trying to go the other way and take advantage of the kid in right field. Fractal grandson, he has super chat $1.99. What are your opinions on fried chicken teddy bear? I don't know what that means, but I like chicken. 721 Gerald, 780 for Fractal. There's a Tetris Gerald, 750. Just separated by one line and 31,000 points. No, it's not a dumb question. I'm just, you know. Oh, I would love to be good enough to be on like the real radio. That would be amazing. 802 Fractal, 761 Gerald. Another Tetris Gerald, 804 Fractal is ahead now after, let's see, a Tetris by Gerald by 33,000. Another Tetris for Fractal, 900 level 26. Sunny D says, Vandy, have you ever considered being meaner to chat? I have considered being meaner to chat. I'm a softie here. $1.99 super chat from Fractal Grandson says, I ate spaghetti. Oh, congratulations, Fractal Grandson. 908 Gerald, there's a Tetris, 942. And another Tetris. So the max out here for Fractal. So really, they've been matching each other, Tetris for Tetris. I don't know, for the last 150 lines, there's another Tetris Fractal A45. Well, no, that's not true because I think Fractal had a higher. So maybe for the last 60 lines. Tetris Gerald, A49, Fractal Grandson with another super chat. Said the word me over and over. B23 for Fractal. He's going to get a Tetris. A98 for Gerald. Both players set up for Tetrises. There's one for Fractal. C00. Gerald trying to uncover that well now. He's set up for a Tetris. Both players getting a little droughted, as you would expect. They have the same pieces. Fractal set up for a Tetris. Board starting to climb, taking some skims here. And this is a real drought. And I'm not sure either player is going to survive, and Gerald will not survive. He's going to top out B29 And Fractal is good in game number 1 of these finals. GG's. All right, both players are ready. It's game number 2. Fractal up 1 game to none over Gerald. 3-1. Tetris. The question is, after we're done, do we try to get both players in the interview booth? You know, that's the part you don't always know. Oh, my word. First of all, Not Zempro has just cheered 3210 bits, 3,210 bits from Zempro. Thank you so much, Not Zempro, for the super mega countdown bits. That's $32. And then Shall Be Satisfied. Oh, my God. Fractal in trouble. Shall Be Satisfied gifted a bunch of subs, and now Fractal's in trouble. I'm not implying causation, but thank you so much, Shall Be Satisfied. All right, Fractal going to uncover that right side, gets a Tetris down, and he is going to be safe. Thank you so much, Shall Be Satisfied, for another 100 subscriptions on the Twitch side. Super generous and really appreciate the support. And we just need, you know, some of you to keep those subscriptions going. You know, now that they've been gifted to you, keep them going, at least for a month. 108 Fractal, 123 Gerald. Fellier says, I've witnessed over 500 subs and I'm still a non-sub. All right, kind of a... If that was an intentional tuck setup, I kind of missed that. I was reading chat. That's my real problem. But Fractal getting out of it. 114 Fractal uncovers the right side. Bank Tetris on the right. There's one for Gerald as well. 173. 138 Fractal. CatKit91 has gifted a tier 1 sub to Mark E54. Thank you, CatKit, for your generosity as well, both on Twitch and YouTube. All right, Fractal stack a little dependent here. Winter's gifted a sub to Fellior. Oh, see? You're rewarding the subscription beggars. All right, Fractal takes a skim, gets a Tetris 215 at 67 lines. Gerald gets a Tetris. He's at 310 at 69 lines. Another Tetris Fractal. Tacky has gifted a tier 1 sub to Mainly Mave. Mainly Mave. I don't know anybody with the name Mave except for the author Maeve Binchy. Fractal Grandson, $1.99 super chat says, can you shout out to my friend Ali Poggy? Well, hello, Ali Poggy from Vandweller, courtesy of Fractal Grandson. 403 Gerald, 331 Fractal. All right, Gerald filling in the middle of his stack. Fractal fills in the middle of his with a long bar. He's set up for a Tetris. Mr. Giant Hamster is gifted a tier 1 sub to Amatakiri. And Tacky also gifts one to Bold Mango. So thank you, Tacky. All right, Gerald, not quite a Buko spin, guys, so the bingo card does not get filled in. Almost a Buko, just one row too high. Tetris Fractal 424. Tacky is gifted a tier 1 sub to Falkite. Can I return that gift sub? 447 Fractal. Gerald 520. There's a Tetris for both. CatKit has gifted a tier 1 sub to Cobalt. Thank you, CatKit. Tetris Fractal 494. 566 to Gerald. For Gerald. Oh my god. I'm getting... All right. Gift subs are flying. If I miss one, my apologies. Gerald is into 19 at 616, 563 in for Fractal. There is a Tetris over for Gerald. Both players, you know, seem good. They seem loose. $1.99 from Fractal Grandson. This $2 donation goes to Portal's brother. All right, thank you, Fractal Grandson. Mr. Valor with the tier 1 sub. I'm not going to say that out loud, but thank you, Mr. Valor. An anonymous gifter has gifted 5 subs to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. Thank you, the anonymous gifter. 650 for Fractal. Got a little tiny digging to do here. It was, Oh yeah, Mr. Valor. All right, Misty One. It says Joe Biden was in your mom. Anyway, okay. FCR Plays continued their sub. Thank you. Stupid. I mean, chat is just wilding right now. 843 Gerald. Tetris for Fractal 745. Both players now set up for Tetrises, and they're both going to get them. That's about as blue as we're gonna get there, Valor. So I can't promise I'll read any more like that. 910 Gerald, 805 Fractal, Tetris Fractal, 835. He's back by 85,000 points. 2 lines separating 2 players. Tetris Fractal. There's another one, Fractal. Gerald getting set up. He's got one. Gerald basically one away, his one away. There's a Tetris Fractal. Gerald's got the max out. And a misdrop of the J piece. He's going to spin a T into that little gap. Now it's going to slow down Gerald a little bit. That's going to give Fractal an opportunity. But now Fractal not able to make much headway. Finally uncovers that right side, gets a long bar down for the Tetris. And Gerald is almost clean, and he is clean. And now he can start setting up. He does get set up. Big Papa Dumps has gifted a tier 1 sub to the community. Thank you, Big Papa Dumps. A76 Gerald, A77 Fractal, super close at lines and score. Bobby is super chatted, says shout out to Explodey Blocks Benjamin. A89 Gerald, he's into 29. Fractal goes in, he's a bit awkward here. Trying to keep that right side open, gets a long bar over. Gonna miss a spin down the right side, I think. But Fractal's gonna have to figure out how to bring this down. And he is bringing it down. Matthew, thanks for the sub. Left side for Gerald needs a long bar. Should be able to get one over. Fractal's going to top out at B30. And Gerald is good in game number 2. GG's. All right, both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris in the finals. Gerald and Fractal. Gerald, of course, a 2-time CTM Masters event winner. Fractal, an 8-time CTM Masters event winner. That ties him with Dog playing Tetris for number 2 in the all-time CTM Majors win list. Shall Be Satisfied is all by himself for number 1 on the community gift sub list right now. Oh my word. Thank you so much, Shall Be Satisfied. Another 100 gift subs given to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. Thank you so much, Shall Be Satisfied. 10 Canadian dollars super chat from Fractal 6th roommate and says, until I can leave apartment, go Gerald. Thank you so much, Fractal 6th roommate. 73,000 Gerald, 91,000 for Fractal. So Fractal going for CTM major victory number 9. That would put him at number 2 all by himself in the all-time list. Too short of Corian, who I just never thought that record would come anywhere close to being threatened. And yet here we are. Tetris Gerald 141. Tacky is gifted a tier 1 sub to Galaxy Biscuit. Tetris Gerald 187. Fractal at 205. We had a contribution to the prize pool from Varchild, by the way. Thank you so much, Varchild. Says, I have bingo. Oh, wait, never mind. Nice. Fractal 258. Spire in column 7 and 8. My word. Tetris for Gerald 216. Fractal still in the lead despite all this nonsense. And Gerald with a Spire as well. So maybe it's just the pieces. There's a dirty Tetris for Fractal column 9, 1 row off the bottom. Tetris Fractal, another one, column 10, 310. Gerald looking to uncover and gets a Tetris 268. I think this sequence of pieces is trolling our players a little bit. Dane Ole, or Oli, super chatted $5 on YouTube. Says, let me out, Fractal. Oh my God. Fractal is keeping people trapped in his dorm room. 368 for Fractal. Long bar goes down the middle to clear away a triple. Fractal setting up the Vits with that square. Gets the long bar. Now it's set up for a Tetris at 374. Gerald not quite there yet. Long bar comes Fractal Tetris 397 through 91 lines. Jay Huang loves the Vits. I know. Where is Jay Huang? Exactly. Where? There's a dirty Tetris. Gerald, middle of the stack, 5-6 rows up. There's one Fractal, boring column 10 Tetris. 511 Fractal, 422 for Gerald. Players have faced each other 3 times in Classic Tetris Monthly. And Fractal has won all 3. And 2 of those meetings came in Faster Masters, our speed event. Fractal 6 roommate says, until I can go to the bathroom, go Gerald. He's trapped. 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. 580 Fractal, 492 Gerald. There's a Tetris 603 just a few lines away from the 19 transition where the speed will increase by 50%. 5-0. Tetris Gerald, he's into 19 at 562. There's a long bar in for Fractal. He's in at 628. He's set up again for Tetris. Kind of high on the board here, though, for 19. Gets a long bar over Tetris, no problem. Set up again. And another Tetris Fractal, 679. Able to use a lot of those bars for Tetrises, but now here comes a bunch of bars he didn't use, and here's one he can use. There you go, Tetris Fractal 704. Dane Ole says it's all Mari's fault. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dane Ole. $643 Gerald Fractal Tetris 736. Gerald gets one 669. They're both on level 21. It is game 3, a very important game in every Tetris match. I mean, either you're going to go up 2-1, down 2-1, or be ahead 2-0, or 2 to what? Or win it. Or what? What am I saying? Yeah. Those are the possibilities. You'll be up 2-1, down 2-1. You'll get a game back. You'll stave off elimination, or you'll win. Very consequential, these game 3s. Those are the possibilities. Amazing. I did it. I figured it out. Yeah, either you're going to win or lose, or not win or lose. Tetris Gerald 819, 831 Fractal misdrop of the J piece. And now Fractal's in trouble. And Fractal's going to top out at 831. Fractal tops out after a misdrop with that J piece, and the target is 832 for Gerald. Oh my word. So, all right. So 832 is the target. That double is going to get Gerald there, and he has taken game number 3. And I don't know what Fractal's more upset about, is FMS or game number 3. 1043 E3, 1043 E3. All right, both players are ready. It is game number 4. Gerald is up 2 games to 1 over Fractal in the finals. Let's go. 3-1 Tetris. All right, get out of here, roommates. He's trying to, win like $1 million. Oh, wait, is that Aaron? I think that's Aaron. That was Aaron, right? Shall Be Satisfied is gifted another 100 subs to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. Oh, he's sipping lean. You don't drink lean, you sip it. I don't know. How do you know? But thank you so much, Shall Be Satisfied. Another 100 subscriptions to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. There's got to be more subs than we have, like, followers now. Oh my word. Tetris for Fractal. Gerald has yet to... Oh, wait. He got a Tetris. There we go. Finally. 55,000 Gerald. That was... Was that 2 Tetrises or just 1 for Gerald overall? I think he got 2. But there's a Tetris Gerald. 78,000. Oh, same... Wow. It was same score, same lines, same piece for those players. Their boards were slightly different. And yeah, that Simul Tetris got them in there. Yeah, you might sip scissor, but Fractal drinks it. All right, getting a bit high on the board. Burns incoming. $2 super chat from Oz says, come on, Gerald, beat Meidel 161. His stacking is subpar. Oh my God. Oh no, that left side for Gerald. Oh no, and Gerald's gonna top out at 107 here on level 18, and Fractal is good in game number 4. What the heck? Oh my word. Fractal. Oh my God. It's Gerald and Fractal, and it's a decider. Let me get the decider on the screen. There it is. We'll flex our decider. There it is. A big bottle of D right there. And we're going to go ahead and get them underway. It's all tied up 2 games apiece. The winner of this game is your 2024 CTM Mega Masters champion. Let's get him started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Mainly Maeve. Cheers 6 bits. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits says, let's go. Fractal shall be satisfied is gifted another 100 bits to the classic subs to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. Zempro, thank you so much. Fractal 6 roommates super chatted on YouTube, and it scrolled by so fast I can't see it. But I'm sure it was hilarious. It said, go Fractal. There you go. All right, we are here. Gerald going to get that S-spin down the right side. Tom J with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Tom J. Rubik's Cubie with the 2,000 bits. Shall be is gifted a sub, I think. Wait, another one. Is that another? I don't know. I don't even know what it is anymore. X-Slave 6 bits. I can't keep up with all the support. 101 Fractal. 119 for Gerald. Let's get the SPS checker off the screen. 26 lines in. How about that, Vandy? I'm nervous. I got to admit. Tetris for both. 142 Gerald. 124 Fractal. Tetris Gerald 164. And crazy. Fractal. Wow. All right. That kind of worked out for Fractal. Just one burn. 172 Fractal, 187 Gerald. Fractal, an 8-time CTM Masters, Mega Masters, and Lone Star champion. Those are the CTM major events. Gerald, a 2-time Masters event winner. 2 great champions, 2 of the best players in the world. They're in our finals, and it comes down to 1 game. Not just Tetris with the 2112 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much. That prize pool still is open at ctm.gg/Matcherino. Must be a Rush fan with the 2112. Tetris Fractal, 312 Fractal, 304 Gerald. Fractal looking to take the number 2 spot all by himself in the all-time CTM Masters event. Or whatever, major event. Victory list. Tetris Fractal 358. Hey everybody, it's your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 350 Bergen Grant contribution to the prize pool. Thank you very much. 428 Fractal, 423 Gerald. Is that a script you're reading, Vandy? I've said it so many times. I say it in my sleep. Sometimes I walk around the house and I just bother Sue with like saying that out loud. I just like annoy her by saying it. $497 Fractal, $469 Gerald. Gerald gets a Tetris. Fractal with the Vits. About 25 lines to go till the 19 transition. Fractal Tetris 519. We're gunning for 600K plus transitions. Does Sue watch these? Sometimes. Fractal 6th roommate says, go Vandy, 10 Canadian. Thank you, Fractal 6th roommate. Leaf with the 20 bits says, he's saying the thing indeed. I may have skipped ahead in the playlist just to make sure we got that in. Gerald with a Tetris 569, 589 Fractal. 8 lines away we are now from 19 Tetris Fractal. He's got the 612. Another Tetris Gerald 592. Tetris Fractal can get one more. 419. There's a Tetris into 19 for Gerald at 617. Fractal is in at 638. Fractal a little high on the board though. Uncovers that right side. He's going to take a double. Bring the stack down. Another double and a Tetris Fractal. 669. Gerald uncovers that right side. Waiting on the bar. Tetris Fractal 695. There's one. Gerald 648. So Fractal ahead by, I don't know. He's ahead by about 6 lines and less than a Tetris. So really it's super tight. All right, there's a misdrop of a T for Gerald, like double flipped it. Or something there. 708 Gerald, 750 for Fractal. But Gerald with a lot of cleanup to do. Fractal takes a triple. There's Tetris Fractal, 786. Fractal getting set up with a long bar, column 9. Gerald's going to miss that Z-spin down the right side. Fractal gets at Tetris, 844, and another one, 873. And Fractal adding to this lead. All right, Gerald looking to uncover. Fractal now ahead by almost 200,000 points. There's a Tetris Gerald. Fractal's got the max stole. Did I just say that out loud? Oh my God. On 26. He's trying to uncover here. Needs something for that right side. I didn't mean to say that. All right, so now it's Fractal trying to dig here. Gerald can make back some of this lead. There's a Tetris Fractal opening the right side. He's got 854 on 27. Gerald 855. So still about a 200,000 point lead for Fractal. Fractal just 7 lines away from the 29 transition. Gerald's board starting to climb a little bit. There's a Tetris down the right side. This is all going to end in the next few moments. Tetris Fractal. He's at the 1.1. He's going to take a triple down the right side. He's got about 180,000. Now he's got a 100,000 point lead. Gerald Tetris is into 29. with the max out. Someone can block that person. Fractal. Fractal set up for a Tetris. He's kind of getting droughted here. So is Gerald. Longbar finally comes for Fractal. The board's starting to climb a little bit. Trying to bring this down, gets pieces left and right. Oh my word. And he looks like he might bring this down. There is a Tetris Gerald A82. Fractal ahead by 100,000 points. Fractal needs a long bar for the middle of that stack. Gets the bar. That's a triple. That's going to keep him in action. Gerald's board super clean. Fractal fighting the entire time. He's got 100,000 point lead Fractal, and he's just trying to bring this board back down, trying to keep his hopes alive here. He is ahead. Gerald sets up for a Tetris B50, just trying to add points and stay in the thing. And Gerald's board getting a little bit dicey here. He's back by 70,000. That right side is cut off for Gerald. And Gerald is going to top out. And Fractal is your 2024 Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters event champion. He survived a crazy survival there for Fractal, digging at like halfway up the stack for like 40, 50 lines or something like that. He's going to stay alive, and Fractal is your winner in a decider. Gerald did amazing. I mean, what else can you do? You run into Fractal, and this is what happens. And, you know, Gerald comes in the top 16 already knowing that Fractal is in the finals. I mean, that's crazy. So a totally bonkers situation. Fractal is good. He has won 3 Masters/Mega Masters in a row. And I mean, 9 overall championships. And he is your winner. GG's to you, Gerald. An amazing run. I hope you thought it was worth it to play out all these weird times. And GG's to you, Fractal. Oh my word. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, okay. Hey, dude,
No.
so it's really weird. There's like several seconds of delay between what we see on the stream, so it's hard to know it.
Now wait.
Okay, so I hope that Gerald is not too upset by this, but every time Shall Be Satisfied gifted 100 gift subs, my computer would lag for a good 15 seconds, and the stream would pick up where it was. So I asked Aaron to pause and then unpause the stream whenever this happens. And I don't know if this counts as coaching, but I want to be completely transparent in this joyous moment and make sure that there are no strings attached. So,
well, I don't know. I think Rabbit Hole is probably going to have a lot to say about that. So Fractal, massive cheating scandal aside, this is the question you always have to ask. You just won Mega Masters. How does it feel?
Okay, so the two big events of the year are Mega Masters and CGWC.
That's right.
CGWC, I play. I'm with everybody in person. I'm having the time of my life. I get to screen look. I get to like watch the crowd reacting to me, and I feel like I play great. Mega Masters is like almost all the stakes, but none of the like in-person parts. And it is really stressful as a result. So this is maybe the most stressed I've ever been about a tournament. It's like,
yeah,
I think it shows. I think it shows for all of us. I was honestly kind of surprised. Gerald seemed like he was playing a bit nervous. Didn't know he had the emotion in him.
Yeah, I mean, the tough part is that, you had to wait and play one match, right? So, Gerald gets to kind of, or whoever was going to win that first match, kind of gets like a warm-up match, gets to get warm, gets to get into that competitive mode. You're just waiting for like a week to play one
Right,
match.
but on the other hand, like Gerald has to go through this like insane bracket, like insane gauntlet, one after the another, just to even have a chance. So I think it really goes both ways.
Yeah. So now this is a really kind of silly in this match. I mean, because you had like what you could call an early top out, right? Not a typical top out for you. And then,
Yeah.
Gerald tops out in a crazy early top out. So, what were you thinking first when you topped out? What was that about?
I felt that droughts, and I felt that it was likely that Gerald would get into a dig.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of expecting to just like, okay, I can go a bit on cruise control if this does happen.
Yep.
Because like droughts are hard. I think I tend to handle them better than most people, but so I tend to look out for that. And the top out, I don't know. I was prepared to go all the way. So
your path to get here, if I'm trying to find you here, I'm looking for okay, there it is. Your path to get here, Tugi.
It was Tugi, fastest improving roller in the world. Tuganu.
Yeah, Tugi, very scary because already has that sort of perfect dash stacking, which is like just super precise and knows exactly.
Know my secret sauce for how I've been preparing for Mega Masters?
Sure, yes.
DAS 19 starts.
Really? Because that teaches you 29 stacking.
There's a lot that I can learn from how to survive consistently on that I think does apply to 29 style stacking.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like it's similar limits. DAS 19 I think is a bit more harsh actually.
Mm-hmm.
At least where I'm at right now.
Right.
It's similar limits. The pieces fall slower, so I have like more time to actually learn from my decisions.
In a way, it's almost like deliberate practice because that's like you are playing in slow motion, right? So this gives you an opportunity to play in slow motion.
Right. On the subject of practice, I do think Gerald and I tend to take the concept of like practice more further than most people. So I think it's fitting that we both ended up.
All right, elaborate on that. How do you do that?
I think we both do a lot of the alts modes, like on Tetris Gem, like the stuff that like Kuryava codes that not many people use. And I like to think that it's partly my influence that the popularity of floor 6 training has been spreading.
4-6 training. Can you explain that to somebody who's an idiot like me?
Floor. So like
floor
you play 6 rows off the bottom. Yeah. Well, you see everybody doing it now. It makes me really happy.
Does it?
Huh? Yeah. No. I want my influence on the community to extend past. Yeah, past just the stuff that I want to. I'm not gonna continue saying that.
Yeah. So all right. So you went through Tugi and Heps, right? So two famous kind of Dassy kind of players, and then so you come out of that sky bracket and Sidnev again
in the round of 16. For the second month in a row.
Yep. And
it is a circumstance.
We have to make that not happen. We have to like have a rule.
I don't think it's happening this month, which I'm very glad for.
Hopefully nobody withdraws, right? So all right. So and then Pixel Andy. Your Pixel Andy match, what do you remember about that?
I remember that this is when I think I first juiced in front of the camera for the very first time, and it had immediate results. So
right. Yeah.
I decided this was a good strategy. By the way, shout outs to a Pink Lady Apple Healthy Kombucha.
Oh, well, show.
I was having stomach problems earlier today, and then I drank some, and then all my stomach problems went away.
So no sponsor. This is just unsolicited endorsement. Just an unsolicited endorsement for Pink Lady. That's a type of apple.
Apple is the flavor.
Oh, okay. Pink Lady Apple is the flavor. Kombucha. You're a kombucha person?
Kombucha is really good.
I do like it.
It
smells. Yeah, it's
my mom actually makes some. That's how I first started it. And store bought is pretty good, but it doesn't hit the same.
All right. So all right. You get through Andy, and then you've got Alex T.
Most stressful match of my life.
It's crazy, and Alex is so good and dangerous, and
it was that like Scott Gray and everybody going like really stupid with the prize pool at the same time, and us watching that.
Yeah,
it was really hard to just like stay composed, and then in game 5 when we hit kill screen, I had the luckiest streak of bars of my life.
So
and that was able to sort of help me through get enough of a lead.
So thoughts on the prize pool so far, and it could go higher. I have no idea. I mean, the prize pool will stay open to contributions till all the matches are posted in their edited format. Right now, though, $26,000 prize pool.
It's ridiculous. I cannot believe there's this much money in Classic Tetris. I cannot believe this in my life.
Now, you finished in the previous two largest prize pool events ever. You finished second and first. And now in the largest prize pool event, you have finished first. CTWC, yeah, that was CTWC 2022 was the largest. 2023 was the second largest, and this is now the largest. So you have finished in the top 2 in the 3 largest prize pool championships.
And to some extent, I think it's just a lot of it is just a lot of luck. That's I sort of peaked when I did. It just happened to be good timing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can model a lot of players as like sine waves, and that we have our days when we're on, we have our days when we're off, and then but the off doesn't ever last forever. So we go back up, and we usually go back higher than before because that's how this game is remarkably good for constant improvements, at least for the few years.
Well, yeah, and I think having that prize pool, would you say that that like keeps you motivated to continue? And it's like, oh, maybe if I want to skip a month, but yeah, there is that prize pool.
I do think I participate.
Yeah, so it keep take right from the horse's mouth. It does keep these players participating and continually improving. So
I don't know. I like to think that like I can play like independence of like any other factor, just because this game is about just having a good mental states at all times.
Yeah,
and staying composed. But I think this just was just such a bizarre elements that I didn't feel prepared for that. I don't think anybody did. Like the scores did get lower, I think, as we progressed, and I think that's more a reflection of how much this kind of weighs on us.
Yeah, well, don't say that though. Then they'll stop. Say, oh, we don't want to hurt these kids. No, you'll figure it out.
But however, if we are to overcome this adversity, we need more experience with this emotion. And how can we get more practice without the prize pools continuing to increase at this exponential rate that it does?
So you are now the reigning CTWC champion and the reigning Mega Masters champion, 2-time Mega Masters champion. So, the biggest online tournament you've won twice. The biggest in-person tournament, you've been in the finals twice. I don't know. What can you do from here? I mean, you just keep going, or do we have to, I don't know, we have to have this at like Wembley Stadium? Like, what do we do?
I always get, so on the other side of tournaments is of course the individual accomplishments. And I always end up entering like what seems like one-on-one races with other people that I always end up losing.
Yes.
So maybe we turn this around.
Yeah. Can you race me to $1 billion? Like I could use that. Perfect. Amazing. All right, Fractal, any final words or anything else you want to say to the community? Anybody you want to shout out? The floor is yours.
Yeah, actually, yes. Shout outs to Oz, my greatest hater, for fueling the endless rage that drives me.
That's it?
Huh?
That's it?
Shout outs to the Game Scout for being cool.
All right. Very good. And of course, shout out to Eyeball One. So there you go.
Shout out to Eyeball One.
Yep, that's it. Amazing. All right. Well, Fractal, congratulations again. There's just nothing that you haven't achieved in Tetris nothing in Tetris that you haven't achieved that can be achieved. So, and a great ambassador for the game and all the stuff we can say about you. That's nice. I'm saying it right now. So just fill in the blanks right there. So
one last thing.
Yes.
Because shout outs to Osu Taiko, my second favorite game.
If Gerald wants an interview, I'm happy to interview Gerald. That's up to Gerald. He said yes already. All right.
Hello.
Gerald Freeman. Right? Again, sorry to make you wait there, but what an amazing run. And you really had to do it all in 2 days.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But, so obviously, Vandy made a little error here in the sense of picking March for Mega Masters, a day for which you were not really available. So a day at the end of the month of which that month you were not really available.
Yeah, shout outs to God for that one, you know.
Yeah, really.
Big
I mean,
fan of him.
seriously. I mean, you
But
had to.
seriously, like I had the luckiest bracket of all time this month,
Yeah.
right? And you know, every time that I thought I was going to lose every set, you know, versus Huff, versus Scooty, versus not versus Fractal, because I actually did lose that one. I got an out, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I was God's chosen, you know, player to win this one.
Yeah.
But I had the luckiest run ever, right? And that's good. And I even get a loss with an asterisk because Fractal technically broke a rule during that entire game. So
Oh wait, are you salty
fine.
now?
No,
Oh,
I'm fine. But I get a loss with an asterisk. That's better than a
That's
loss
true.
without one.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's even
And,
better than a win because people can fill
yeah.
in their own, like, oh man, what could have
Yeah.
been? This guy is such a legend, right?
Yeah, I can get, you know, Grand Design's Premier Poll vote next time. You know, maybe. No.
Oh my
But
word.
yeah, it's I got so lucky this event.
Well,
Everyone played worse against me, right, than they normally would have.
now come
right?
on, Gerald. I mean, what was the game? Was it the Scooty game or what was it? What was the game? There's the game before the Scooty game. Was that Huff?
Yeah.
I mean, you were pretty cracked in that game. I mean, the Chasedowns, the survival. I mean, that was all skill. That was no luck right there.
No, it was.
Too humble. Too humble. Toxic humility, no, I would call it. But
it's like you know, I was down 1-2 versus Huff, right? And from that point on in the entire tournament, I just said, you know, whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever God wants me to do, that's what'll happen.
Yeah.
Right. And so like Fractal in his interview earlier said I look nervous.
Yeah.
The exact opposite. I'm nervous every time I play. And those last two sets are the only times I haven't been. Right.
Yeah.
Because, you know, down whatever in the decider, I didn't care. Right. Because whatever happened was what was going to happen. And so like I don't know. It's the least pressure I've ever felt, despite having the most money on the line that I've ever seen.
So your journey to the finals, let's see if I can trace this back here. You went through, all right, you probably remember. Let's say you went through Jakob. So, you know, first round opponent, you're coming in 2 seed, 63 seed. Jakob, respectable guy, but probably not too much worry about that one, right? Or do you worry about those ones because it's like, oh my God.
I worry about my fair median score a lot in the early stages. Right?
Yeah.
And I absolutely tanked my fair median for this whole tournament, right? And won every match until the finals, right? So like it was kind of like, no, my fair median, but I won the game. And I had to deal with that every single match, just steadily declining FMS every time. And yeah, but like the match that I was like, aside from like the pressure of like, you know, playing Huff, he's really good at the game, I was freaking out like the night before playing Sodium, because like I beat Sodium the last couple times, right? But he's absolutely the sort of player that could just randomly put up like 3 crazy scores and like, what do I do? Right.
Yeah,
and,
because he can, like, you know, like some of these other folks who are, you know, maybe the lower seed people, they're going to top out like level 23 and you're going to probably have a good board and you can take an easy intentional top out and not touch your FMS. But Sodium is someone who can push you to like, oh my God, I'm on level 34 and I'm fighting here and there's no way for this to be, you know, not a natural top out.
I mean, it's not even like, once I got to Sodium, like fair median, like not even a consideration, except for like after I've already won, right? The game, I'll think about it. But like you're always, for someone as good as Sodium, right? Top 16 player in the world, I think, right? You've always got to put your best forward. Like my worst days, lose to him every time, right? Or lose to his average or better days every time, because I think my worst day probably beats his worst day. But like all of these players, they have best days, they have worst days, all of them, right? And so you just have to hope and pray that your best day happens often and their bad days happen often. And like I lucked out, I should have lucked out versus Fractal, because today was a really bad day for him, it felt like, right?
Yeah.
But I did not clutch up, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna lose to someone, I think losing to Fractal, like it's hard to, it's hard to reproach yourself when you're losing against, someone like Fractal.
You can always reproach yourself.
Well, true. I spend most of every day reproaching myself. So there you go. Yeah. But no, you played amazing. I don't know. I think you're a little harsh. However you played, enormously entertaining. We got to figure out a way to kidnap you out to Pasadena. Like that has got to happen. I mean, people, you have so many fans, online, and they just want to, it's stupid to think like you have fans online, but people have you guys all have fans online. So, I mean, they want to meet you. They want to see you compete. And clearly
I want to meet any of my fans ever.
You don't want to meet them? Like, yeah, if like they're a fan of you.
I don't want to meet Lapis. I don't want to meet Ryan Ambergy. I barely, like there's a lot of like top players that I never want to meet. Like, all right, nothing against them.
Yeah.
But
can you just list more of the people you don't want to meet? This is for the shorts.
Just for the YouTube short. Okay, yeah. Let me think. Guafi, I don't want to meet. Anyone that's beaten me in any match ever, I never want to meet. No Fractal, no Scooty, no Andy, no Dog. Never want to meet any of them. I could not look them in the eye, right? Anyone taller than no. Like I don't know. Like everyone talks about how it's like a life-changing experience. Meet all the people you talk to online, and that sounds like life-changing to me in the worst possible way, right? I don't want to meet you. I don't want to meet King. I don't want to meet Sharky. I don't want to meet any of the commentators either, right? And
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I don't want to meet him either, but I can't really say that out loud. Like, I would much prefer to stay home and just be this person on the internet instead of having to go out in person. But in my position, I feel like I have to go.
Yeah, you're obligated, right?
I'm obligated. And I'm obligated to say, oh, it's wonderful to meet you. Oh my God, yes, no, so thank you so much. But really, I just want to be like, can I stay home? Like every time I want to go to CTWC, it's like this big fight with myself. Like, oh my God, I gotta go. It's so exhausting. So I totally see where you're going, but and where you're coming from, and I can sympathize. But I mean, I end up having a good time, but it's I think that's also why I throw myself into working it. Like, oh no, I'm too busy working. I don't have to meet anybody.
You don't want to have to make small talk.
Yeah, it's worse. Like right now, this is the worst. Why? Yeah, so why even agree to come onto this interview? That's a good question. Why agree to this interview?
Like you always see in like the football interviews, when they win, they always thank God first and foremost, right? But you never see them do that when they lose.
Right.
And so what I wanted to do, main reason for going on, was to thank God for my failure, right? And and that's what I wanted to do. I thought it was a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? I enjoyed this interview. I didn't enjoy talking. No.
Yeah, no, I hated listening to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, you got some some kind of Kierkegaardian, Heideggerian something going on there. I'm not exactly sure, but
I don't know what any of those words mean.
Oh, don't worry about it. What can? Well, Gerald, any final thoughts for all your fans who love you so much?
No, none at all.
All right, good. Gerald, thank you so much. Congratulations to you. I really thought you did a great job, everybody. Everybody was like super hype about all your matches, and come in here and have to play basically all 4 of your matches within a span of 2 days. Not easy. I'm glad we didn't make you do it all in one day. I don't think you would have agreed to that, but anyway, you wouldn't have. Yeah, no, you're.
I would have quit before doing that.
All this, plain speaking. People like that. You're not going to turn people off. You're going to turn people on. You're going to get more fans.
I don't want to turn people on, man.
Well, as someone who's never done that in my entire life, anyway. All right, Gerald, thank you so much. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us.
Thanks. See ya.
All right. Take care, buddy. Well, there you go. There's Gerald. There's Gerald telling you how he really feels. Anyway, well, there's a ton to say. I mean, there's a million people to thank. First of all, I'm going to go down the list of everybody who did contribute at least once to the prize pool. I want to thank all of you. We did have a recent contribution a few recent contributions that got us to 26,424. But I do want to thank everybody, including, I'm going to say their name once, even though they contributed like dozens of times. And I want to thank each and every one of them. Scott Gray shall be satisfied. Corporal 381. Jay in the window. Brian Sexton. K9 watching Tetris. Tack Nyrus. Alfonso J. I have to skip down like a dozen shall be satisfieds here. Professor P. Oh, Professor Pants. I like that one. Troy Dan, Rubik's QB. Valerie 2776. Thank you all so much. Rogue Potato, Summer B, Massive Zebra, Summer B again. Oh, you got 2 of them. Analog Bot, Buffet Master Bryce, Jason Checkered Goat, Baxay, Arbarro, Scamando, Andrew Meep, Game Scout, Jen Bros, Junior, Cat Kit, Not Just Tetris, Jasmine, Mr. Yeti, Abby Normal, Jordan Biggs, Ping Minus, Varchild, C Dubs, Tetris Herman, Avi Schreier, Brian Klein, Numero Nemo 07, Bergen Grant, J Magic D, Giggle Shark, Nuwanda, Mino Floof, Cox, Danny J, Kelly Pigeon, OTA Howard, Stefan Tomas, skip it, Van Dweller, thank you, Mari, DJ Mr. Burrow, Ben L, Real Bland, Andy D, Slava Moro, Zella Zowie, Firedox, Winter, Runkley, Uncle Steve, Harold, Lobster Dust, Mr. Danny Deliver, I like that one, Cobra, and Rosberry, Hiran Okusaka. And those are all the direct contributions to the prize pool. I mean, somehow all those people added up to $26,000 contributed to the prize pool. What is my monthly income? 0. Also want to thank everybody who helps make this whole thing possible. And that is all of our volunteers throughout the years, but especially this year. And I want to thank everybody. I'll try to get the list. And if I miss somebody, I'm so sorry, but Sunny D, Dan V, Sharky, Ivory, Kingsman, Peak, Ronkley, Scamper, Zeno, Zempro, Burb Wizard, Queese, Frenchie, Gunter, Jakob, Jordan, Kingsman. Did I already say that? Oh no, hold on. There we go. Ninja of Ninjas. These are all across all functions of CTM. These are not just one thing. Poyo, Pumpy Heart, Renz, Richard Wolf, Sir Mazer, Toogie, Tyler, unoriginal name, Wide. And there's way more than that because there's a bunch of Twitch moderators. There are, there's people who made contributions in the past that are still bearing fruit, even though they're not directly in the mix every day. Professor L, Dex4, what's that guy from Australia? You know that guy, that toxic guy from Australia. God, who am I forgetting? Oh, Chiller. Mari, of course, uploading shorts. Chiller. Yeah, Chiller did amazing so far this year, picking up the scheduling. And honestly, I have no idea what Chiller is doing. And but in a good way. Like, Chiller's just doing all kinds of stuff that I have no idea that is being done, that I'm sure if it weren't being done, it would be a disaster. So, this whole thing dedicated to Chiller. Anyway, thank you all. Get the number one thing you can do to support us is to keep playing Tetris. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.